guys, welcome back to the Dan Wheeler Show featuring this legend.
Kaz.
Now, the title of this
Is
bold.
very.
The best stand-up comedy we will ever see.
We will ever see.
Allegedly.
Are we going to be the judge of
Well,
that?
we'll be the judge of that. We'll be the judge of that. Guys, if you like stand-up comedy, hopefully you'll like this. If not, we'll make it clear.
Yeah. Tonight, I want to tell you about a friend of mine. He works in a casino. And one day, he... Is dice plural and die singular? Or is die plural? And anyway, he killed 2 people by mistake.
Nice.
Say he's my friend. He's not really my friend. I'm on the jury. I shouldn't say friend, should I? Yeah, very clear. He's not your friend, mate. I see him every day. He seems like a nice guy. There's someone else called James on the jury. Got confusing how we got round it, right? Everyone would call him James 1 and me Wolf. I've got to choose my own name.
Wolf.
Me and James 1 hit the town, cutting it up. I was making an effort once, dressed to impress, had my best tie on. Paisley makes the girls go crazily.
Nope.
Chatting to a lady at one point. She was lovely. Lovely, lovely lady. She's a masseuse. Big respect. I tried to give massage to partners in the past. Not easy, is it? Not sexy massage, drag your minds out the gutter. Just normal massage. Just normal, just normal massage you do in a relationship, you know, just normal. Normal stuff. Normally what? You're normally in bed, ain't you, normally, for a massage with your partner? Normally in bed. End of the day, fair to say? End of the day, bed? Don't do a massage in the morning, it's far too decadent. Save it to the end. Lights out, aren't they?
This needs to be a good punchline.
This needs to be a very,
This needs to
very
be
good punchline.
top-level punchline.
Lying down. Completely dark, innit? Just lying there. And only one of you knows that a massage is about to take place.
Yeah.
If you're not in on it, you're sitting there, you got your eyes closed, and you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm going to go to sleep. You're lying there, feeling safe. Just me and the person I trust most in the world. Last thing I'm expecting at this point is an ambush. And then the partner turned to you in the dark, like a coward, spineless, and they'll say, I've got a genuine muscular complaint that I really should get seen to by a trained professional. However, how would you like to improvise a massage on me with your zero expertise? Would I ever? Let's get this light back on. Then the masseuse will assume the position.
I'll give him one thing. He's very comfortable with the silence.
Yes.
He's very comfortable with the silence. Good comedian.
He revels in it, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Which, if you've ever received a massage from a partner before, you know the position in question is sitting on them.
Yep.
Again, I don't know if you've ever paid for a professional massage.
They don't sit on you.
They don't
It
sit
rarely
on you.
crops up.
Unless you play extra.
Your back is too familiar. Get your partner to do it, get what you pay for, you cheapskate.
Is that it?
I'm not sure I'd put that in the world's
No.
best stand-up. Right. It was okay. Got a few laughs.
I know,
Got a
but
few laughs.
it didn't even seem like he'd finished. I didn't
No.
know he was in, didn't know he'd finished.
That's what she said. No, I do like Joe.
I do.
Joe's very good.
Joe
I'm
is
good at farting.
hilarious.
That's a masculine thing, isn't it? Are you good at farting, sir? No. What's the longest one you've ever done? I haven't timed it. Mine's 14 seconds.
Rubbish.
Shut
Might be a
up.
medical emergency, I'm not sure. Somebody asked me, how did I know it was 14 seconds? Genuinely, it was because I was watching Countdown at the time.
Very Very good.
I'm not laddie, but I
Very
have a sort of
good.
naughty side, and I call it walrus. And that's because my spirit animal is a walrus. Don't worry, I don't believe in any of this nonsense before I move on. I don't believe in, like, ghosts or any of that. I hate when people say they believe in ghosts, because they always say things like, I saw a ghost at the end of my bed. It's always in a conveniently creepy place. It's, no one ever goes, I saw a ghost in Morrison's. I just doesn't
You don't know, do you?
But I was at this house party, and there was this spirit healer there called Janet, and she was so smug. She had a face on her. She looked like she was constantly pissing into a hot tub and getting away with it, you know. So smug. She's like, I can tell you what your spirit animal is, Joe. It's a walrus. Well, what do I do with this information, Janet? It's useless. And she said, walrus will talk to you and tell you to do things, and you should listen to that inner voice, to that inner walrus. I shouldn't listen to my inner voice.
Have you farted?
Oh, have you?
Can you smell that?
No,
There's a
is
weird
it you?
smell. No, it's not me.
Because it is normally
not
things
me.
like, kick that toddler, just a stream. Unacceptable things. But she kept saying, listen to the voice. And then she said, I do normally charge for this service. It is normally £30, but as we're at a party, I do it for half price. I do it for 15. Like, Walrus says you can piss off. But the next day I found this walrus ring online by chance, after searching 4 hours for one.
Nice.
And since I've been wearing it, friends of mine think that it has changed me. They think that I go into myself at social occasions, and it's me going, what did you say, walrus? Possibly kill another prostitute. You know, silly things. But I've noticed that walrus comes out with real jobs worths. I don't know if you have this in London. In Birmingham, we have an app where you can pay for parking on the app and you don't have to buy a ticket. I tried it for the first time. You put a location code in, put the code in, went into a nearby coffee shop, had just got my coffee, and a parking enforcement officer was next to my car. That's what they call themselves, with his little computer with a pen on a string in case I drop
Also known as cunts.
Also known as arse-wipes.
it. Dickhead.
There you go.
I was putting my details in. So I went out to him, I said, I've paid for parking. Look, I've got a receipt on my phone. It was 8 minutes ago. And he looked at it and he went, no, this location code is for Leeds. And I said, well, I've clearly just made a mistake, haven't I? And he went, well, I don't know that, do I? I was
Oh,
like,
my God.
yes, you do.
I've just told
clearly
you.
know
If I'm lying,
this.
then what you're suggesting I've done is parked in Leeds and then driven 120 miles in
In
8
8
minutes.
minutes.
That's what you're suggesting I've done. I've put it into the computer now. You'll have to complain at the office. It's only 5 minutes down the road. Actually, it's about 3 seconds in my hypercar.
He's very good.
To the office, met sweaty Sharon. Oh my God, it was so hot in that office. She looked like a bit of wet scrambled egg in a chair, just so annoyed with life. And she had a thick Brummie accent as well.
He's very good with his analogies.
Yeah.
Very good.
She was talking to somebody in the back office when I went in. She was going, "Is that Yao making me a cup of tea, Steve?" And then she looked at me and went, "The day I hear Steve making me a cup of tea is the day I hear a rocking horse do a plop." That's the weirdest imagery I've ever heard. For a start. And I explained the situation to her, gave her the phone and everything. And she looked at the phone, looked at her computer, back at the phone, and she went, "This says Leeds." And then
Says
Sharon put the
Leeds.
wrong code
We know.
in. Well, you'll have to complain at the Leeds office.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
shut
I'd lose
up.
my shit. I'd lose my shit.
Oh, mate, this is
Right
the most
now-
unhelpful thing in the world, isn't
She'd get a
it?
headbutt right now.
Been in Leeds, Sharon. She looks again and she's like, "But how did you get here so quickly?
Oh, my Christ.
You would have had to break the speed limit." I would have had to break the speed of sound, Sharon. So
He's very good.
It's very
annoyed,
good.
so annoyed. I said, "Is there anyone else I can talk to about this?" She said, "You could speak to Steve over there." I decided not to speak to Steve for a number of reasons. The main one being he was trying to eat a yoghurt with a pen lid. I just didn't feel...
I've done that.
Shut
I have
up.
with the pen at work.
Because you
I
can't
have.
be bothered to get up and get a
No,
spoon.
because I forgot my spoon, so I used a pen. I've done that.
So, hang on, so you
God,
wouldn't
I'm
go...
like Steve.
So you wouldn't go to the kitchen in the office and
No,
get a spoon?
God, no. It was like 5 steps away. Fuck that.
competent. You get a sense sometimes, don't you? So in the end, I just had to leave, kept the fine, paid it, still got it to this day. And after I'd left, Walrus was like, "You idiot. You could have done anything in there. You could have killed her."
Look, you didn't.
Where were you when the murder?
Ah! He had an alibi. He was in Leeds. How did you not?
I don't know. I don't know what happened then.
That was a good twist. He's very
That was a
good.
very good twist.
Frankie Boyle, show us what you got, mate.
Come on,
The
Frankie.
legend.
Lisa May looks like she's entirely made out of bones, doesn't she?
Ooh.
She looks like she's made out of the bones that they forgot to put into Boris Johnson.
I'd imagine Mary Berry. He's talking about.
Oh, really?
Just a guess.
That's the one from your head.
He's the foreign
Oh no, it's he.
secretary. A cross between a head injury and an unmade bed.
Is that the one that looks like Mr. Burns?
No, this is Boris Johnson. This is years ago when he was the Foreign Secretary.
It's not just that he's the worst person for the job. He might be the worst mammal. There's a lot of racism post-Brexit.
I don't think Boris Johnson was. What have I missed something here? Was Boris Johnson?
don't
He wasn't the
know.
Foreign Secretary, was he? Let's start again.
Let's go from the beginning.
Theresa May looks like she's
Theresa May.
Thank you very much.
Yes, looks like Mary Berry.
entirely made out of bones,
She does.
doesn't she? She looks
Well,
like
can
she's
she
made
bake
out
a
of the
cake?
bones that they forgot to put into Boris Johnson. He's the Foreign Secretary. A cross between a head
Oh, he apparently was the
He
Foreign
was
Secretary.
then. Oh, I don't remember that.
injury and
Wasn't he the Mayor of London
Yes.
and then the Prime Minister?
No, he obviously did that in between.
an
Didn't know that.
unmade bed. It's not just that he's the worst person for the job. He might be the worst mammal.
Yes.
There's a lot of racism post-Brexit. I think British people just get immigrants to do the jobs that they can't face doing themselves, which is why Nigel Farage has a German wife.
Oh,
Well done,
that was-
Frankie.
Yeah.
Well done, Frankie.
Oh my
My
God.
favourite Farage thing was when he dodged the question of whether he thought Idris Elba should be the next James Bond. And I think Idris Elba would be a great James
Amen.
Bond.
Agreed.
Because I want to see a Bond movie where the pre-credit sequence is just a black guy trying to drive an Aston Martin through central London.
Frankie.
Shooting at us, Bond.
Like, yeah, I'm used to that.
I think it's the Met.
I think it's the net.
I
Very
don't want
good.
to sound like I'm too down on racists here. Some of my best friends are racists.
Frankie.
How many of those friends do you have that go, I'm not racist, I've got a black friend? How many of those friends do you have?
God, there's lots.
Yeah, me
now.
too.
Fair, they're black and they've got a point. There's a kind of anti-refugee racism in there, especially in the summer. You know, you'd read about some guy rowing over here in a sink, and people would be going, "Oh, send him back." Don't send him back. There was an Olympics coming up. Get involved. There's this element to anti-refugee racism. People say, "Oh,
Frankie, that's
ISIS
brilliant.
are sending agents disguised as refugees. ISIS are infiltrating Britain as refugees." That's not happening. And I can prove that it's not happening. Because ISIS recruit people from here to go and
Yes.
fight in Syria, to go and fight in Iraq. Why would they be sending anyone? Do you think someone's phoning up ISIS tomorrow going, "All right, mate, I could nip down to London tomorrow and do a bit of terrorism"? No! You come here! Ahmed will do the terrorism! Ahmed is currently clinging to a mattress in the middle of the Mediterranean! Ahmed will do the terrorism! It's no bother, mate. I can get a day return on the megabus. You come here! Through several strict border and security checks!
Well, they know where you're going.
Terrorism! Ahmed is currently on a raft made out of old 7-Up bottles. He's fighting off sharks with a Vileda super mop. Ahmed is our top agent. And it's vital that he spends the next 5 years in a refugee camp. Living out a real-life version of the Hunger Games. Where the first prize is a sandwich.
That wasn't his best one.
No, it wasn't his best.
Ended on a bad note, that one.
Yeah.
She's brilliant.
I've got pets.
very
I've got
funny.
2 cats and a dog.
I've forgotten her name. That's terrible. Can you remember her name?
No.
Fuck.
She's got short hair now, hasn't she? This is an old one.
Yeah, it's very old. Oh, fucking hell, what's her name?
But those, my cats, they don't
Commons
always get
Gang.
on. Sometimes they kind of chase each other, looks a little bit aggressive. So what I do to kind of break that up, to kind of distract them, is we use a laser pen. You
It's not Miranda.
will have seen these. So the cats will be chasing each other around, then one or both of them will become transfixed by a little red dot that has appeared on the ceiling or the walls or the floor. And it's so effective that we've started using it in our own relationship. So I'll be saying something like, all I want you to do when you finish with your wet towels is put them in the... Ooh. But whenever you introduce a new cat into a household that already has a cat, there's always a bit of aggro while they work out the hierarchy, then it settles down. The day I knew our 2 were going to be okay with each other was the day that I walked into our bedroom and they were lying on the bed like that. They weren't quite spooning, but it was good enough for me. I'm trying on behind them. Big Mama Spoon's getting on. The ladle. I don't know what that means. In about 2 minutes, it was utter perfection. And then Brody leaned over to Ripley, the little girl cat, and just started licking her arsehole. I don't think Mama Spoon's supposed to be here for this, but she was brilliant. She was lying with her legs shut like that. As soon as he started licking her arsehole, she went, that's lovely. I turned 41 this...
I'd imagine that would be painful. Aren't cats' tongues like sandpaper?
Yeah.
They're really rough, aren't they? Well,
I like being in my 40s. Gives you a cheer if you're 40 and above. I like it. I don't give a shit about unimportant things anymore. I think that's what it boils down to.
I'm a long way away from cheering that one.
Oh, mate. Next week.
Fuck off.
When I turned 40 last year, one of the things that changed is that I've stopped sniffing me leggings. I used to sniff them to see if I could get another day out of them.
I do that with my vests. I've got. I love wearing a vest.
Yeah.
Love wearing a vest, and it keeps you cool in the summer, keeps you warm in the winter. But it's also and they're quite low hanging, so they don't get none of the armpit sweat,
Yeah.
but they do get the chest sweat.
Okay.
So every day, oh, that's okay. I put it back on.
Do it with your undies as
I
well.
can wear a vest for 4 or 5 days before it.
Really?
Yeah, before it starts to
Oh,
pong.
nice.
Underwear, no, every day.
No, my granddad used to wear a vest.
Did he?
Yeah.
I like a vest. To be honest, they're so handy. I'm surprised all men don't wear them.
They used to. Used to
Back
be
in
a
the
thing.
day, yeah.
Used to be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Ramsey Nesbitt?
Yep.
He loved the vest.
The
Whereas
string one.
now, I just assume that I can. But I read on a proper official document recently, the term women's problems. And I thought, in 2016, really, it says women's problems. And I thought,
This is 6 years old.
Wow.
why doesn't it just say periods or menstruation? There's nothing wrong with those words. Just say there's nothing wrong with the actual thing. It's perfectly normal. It's natural. Nothing to be ashamed of. It's part of life. Seems peculiar to me. So I've decided to do, and you can come with me if you like.
Anything that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die isn't normal.
I've decided to
Eight.
buy
How many days have I been on?
Oh,
I'm on about
jeez, I don't wanna know.
65.
grasp the word
still
periods
alive.
if people find it so offensive, and I'm going to say this instead. So somebody says to me, are you all right? I'm going to go, oh, I'm clotting.
That's fucking revolting. Absolutely revolting. This is why they don't say those words. Only women are laughing in the audience right now. Every man has
Because
gone,
you know
"Oh,
every woman
God."
talks to each other like this.
Oh, God.
It isn't so bad now, is it?
No.
But a lot of the euphemisms for periods are really horrible. It's such a bad reflection of how normal it is. So if clotting horrifies you, I get it. So I've made up another one. This is a bit lighter, a bit more playful. Perhaps this will appeal to you more. This is it. It's WY week because I'm making jam. Do you get it? Do you get it? So you're more horrified by
Oh,
that than you were
God.
by clotting. And I think
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
She's got bits in it and everything.
Oh, mate.
afternoon teas for everyone.
Mate.
Sorry about that. But I read a really good statistic that said that 67% of women, 2/3 of women, don't bath or shower every day. And my first
What? That's
Why?
not true.
No,
You don't.
I do.
I live with you. You don't.
I do.
How dare you?
You're still in bed when I'm in the shower.
bath or shower every day. My first reaction was, that's disgusting. My second reaction was to start sniffing my friends. My third reaction
Find out
was,
which one.
well, if they're not doing it, I'm not going to do it. I do mostly bath or shower every day, but every now and again, if I'm running late, I've got an early appointment, or I've slept in, anything like that, I'll do instead what my mum would refer to as a flannel job. Now, this is a good tip for the women in the room who do have pubic hair. The next time you do a flannel job, if you do it in a circular motion, you can afro it right up. It's really fun. Too fun going, if you like. That's not a joke. That's just a tip for you to take home and try. In a room of this size, at least be like 40 or 50 women tomorrow morning be like, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. Pants.
I'd like to know the percentage of men and women on the street who have pubes.
Yeah.
What do you think the stat is?
I think there's less pubes about now than there ever was.
Yeah, well, Mickey Flanagan said.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
But
pubes
I
anymore.
think even people who have pubes only have that tiny little bit.
Little bit of stubble.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'd all agree that the worst musical
Is this the lady that does the mask? No, it's not.
style is jazz.
She does.
Oh, fucking, I don't know her name either.
Oh,
How bad is this? We know all the men's, we
I
don't know any of
know.
the women's.
she does. She does. Oh, what's? Oh,
You really differ with me.
Taskmaster.
Yes.
This is the worst. I think it's the worst noise that human
I'm glad we got close to figuring out what her name is.
beings make. It's oral excrement. Oh, Sarah, is your dad a jazz musician? Shut up, my ex-boyfriend's therapist. This has got nothing to do with my... It's connected to my dad. A stressed offbeat just reminds me of being neglected. What else don't I like? Oh, there is a good part of an art
None of that was funny.
No.
gallery. It's called the gift shop. Pencils, sharpeners, postcards, but everyone is very disapproving if you run through the gallery yelling, gift shop! You're supposed to stop and look at some of the pictures. Why are we stopping and looking? It's not magic eye. I can see what they are straight away. Like dogs, a horse, a dead old rich person. Gift shop! Also, if you're one of the people who stops in front of one of the ones that's just a colour, stop pretending. I know you're not feeling anything. Oh, but Sarah, isn't stand-up comedy an art form? No. No, clearly not. Also, don't get me
Clearly
wrong,
not.
some people
Clearly
Clearly
not.
not.
stand up exceptionally well, but you know that it isn't an art form because no one's ever had to explain to you what it means. It just works or it doesn't. It's a craft. It's either funny and it's stand-up comedy, or it's not and it's a TED Talk. It's good, and I like that I am a craftsperson. I like because a craftsperson dedicates their life to getting better at something, at honing their skill. It's like if I was a
I don't want to be controversial here. I don't want to be controversial.
But you're going to be.
There's a reason why we can remember the men's names. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Right? The other lady, she's really good. I've forgotten her name, though.
It's terrible that we've forgotten her name.
It is terrible because she's brilliant. She's very, very good. This lady, however,
Sarah something or other her name is.
fucking
apparently.
terrible. This is one of the worst I've ever seen. I can't believe the audience are laughing.
chair maker, and I brought out a chair and you sat on it and it supported your weight, well then that is good craftsmanship. If I bring out a chair and you sit on it and it collapses and you fall on the floor, that's brilliant comedy. Why did you think I was a chair maker? I pranked you. I'm fun. That's the point I was trying to make. I'm really fun.
Your face right now, that is going to be the thumbnail.
My face.
Your face
What
just
was I
then
do?
was
What did I
fucking
do?
brilliant.
What
Well,
did I
you'll
do?
find out when we watch it back.
Valentine's Day this year, I decided I was going to go to Paris all by myself. And that's because I'm a single woman. And also, I
That doesn't surprise me.
don't like the term single. I hate the term single. I prefer the term very, very lonely. The thing is, I don't like that we use... I think being single is the default. I don't like this whole idea that you're supposed to be in a couple. Human beings are meant to be sold separately. We're not Twixies, we're pepperonis. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you are alone. It's that cliche, of course, but you're born alone and you die alone. Asterix, unless you are a conjoined twin, in which case you're born with somebody else, you freakish Twix. The only way that you're not alone is if you're one of those twins who grew round the other one while you're in the womb, but you might not even know. You might be sitting there thinking you're normal, and then one day you go for a scan and the nurse faints because your tumour has hair in her face. It's a whole thing, and you'll know this because you see comedy, but you know, like people do like mean jokes, they do horrible jokes about people. And I always think, no, jokes just shouldn't be nasty about people unless they grew around their twin in the womb. I think they deserve everything they get. I think murdering someone by growing round them is one of the worst things a person can do. And if you did grow round your twin in the womb and you're sitting there thinking, oh, well, this is unfair, you should have thought about that before you engulfed your brother and kept him in your colon.
Somebody put this in the best stand-up comedy clips. Somebody watched this and thought, yeah, I'm going to put this above Lee Evans, above Ricky Gervais, above Frankie Boyle, above Mickey Flanagan, above...
Shall I tell you what happened?
Lenny. Well,
Shall I tell you...
go on.
Leave my Lenny alone. Shall I tell you what happened?
What?
Right, they've gone, we need to do the best.
No, I'll tell you what's
Right?
happened. Someone's gone,
No,
go on.
Let me finish. Hang
Go on.
And they've gone, well, we have to put some women in there.
yeah. Someone's gone, this needs to be more diverse.
Yeah. More PC.
This is what happens with diversity.
So we've gone-
It's shit.
So we've gone for a dark-haired, bigger woman and a blonde,
And a blonde-haired skinny woman.
Skinny woman.
I
There
went
we
to
go.
Paris.
All genders.
I went to Paris
No,
for
you've
Valentine's
completely
Day,
missed it
didn't
out,
I?
guys.
Because
There's so
I
much
thought,
more than
look,
that.
it's the most romantic city in the world. On the most romantic day, I thought it would be hilarious. I've got to write stand-up comedy. I thought it's going to be so funny. I'll be walking around weeping as people point, going, "Il est unlovable." And I've been to Paris before, 3 times, each time with my ex-boyfriend. That's where we had our 3 biggest rows. First time, because 8 months into the relationship, I found out he had a horrible secret. He grew round his twin in the womb. Second time, we had a horrible argument because he wasn't into PDAs or PDAs. That is public displays of affection or private displays of affection. Third time, we just felt an argument brewing and booked the Eurostar. This is my first time in Paris all by myself. The first thing I noticed was, when you're in a couple...
Mate, could I have permission to skip this to the next one?
Please.
Okay. That's the last one.
You see the entire world
Talking about
behind
finishing on
their
a low.
head. You're always looking at their lovely face. The world is a backdrop. When you take that person away, you see more world.
Should we edit this out?
That's good.
Can we please edit it out?
Should we
Can we
just edit this last bit out, but then we finished on the last one?
Can we just like go back?
Okay, let's go. Let's go back.
Let's go back and do an end. And go, that was great, thank you. Yeah.
It's a tip for you to take home and try. In a room of this size, at least be like 40 or 50 women tomorrow morning be like, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go.
Guys, that was the best stand-up comedies ever. Let us know what you think in the comments.
And if you like it, like and subscribe.
Let us know if you thought the blonde chick was any good.
Yeah. Sarah.
Hit and miss this clip.
Mate, I'm
Hit and miss.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was expecting so much more.
Yeah, Frankie was brilliant. James was brilliant. Joe was brilliant.
Yeah. James was all right.
Frankie was great.
Frankie was great.
This lady, I'm so embarrassed I've forgotten her name because she's brilliant.
She is.
She was
comedy
great.
gold.
And this woman,
Sarah.
Sarah, don't give up the day job.
Sarah.
Go back to co-op.
I don't know if we need to watch a bit more of Sarah. Just to
No,
understand.
absolutely. I've seen enough. I've definitely seen enough. Guys, let me know in the comments if you've seen enough. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Bye.